Seahawks do not suck.
Somebody's...
Oh my gosh, there's a hat too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Macca's.
Oh my god, you rock that hat.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yes, I
You
work
look
at
better in it than Aaron did. The hat is
thanks.
it's weird.
Macca's employee.
That see, then you protect your shirt.
There you
You
go.
can call me Aaron now.
Aaron.
Aaron. That looks real nice on you. What a professional
Welcome
boy.
to McDonald's. How may I help you today?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In this video, I am wrapping up my weekend in Cottonwood and Jerome, Arizona. I go to check out a local coffee and donut shop, and me and Sarah and Aaron from that RV over there actually head back into Jerome, where we enjoyed dinner at the Haunted Hamburger. So we are, again, wrapping up this weekend and moving on to a new campsite. Like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Y'all know how I told you that story about that man approaching me for a ride the other day? Well, I guess he knocked on Jim's trailer at 6 a.m. this morning asking for a ride to work, apparently. Oh my gosh. Jim made a really good point, and you all told me I did the right thing in that video that I posted. But Jim said, you know, it's not our responsibility to take care of all of these people. And that's a really good point. It's not. This life is challenging, whether you choose to be on the road or you're on the road not by choice. There is such a massive spectrum of people, right, that live out here on the road. But damn, you know, it's not our responsibility to take care of everybody. And 6 a.m. knocking on somebody's door, man, I'd be pissed. I decided this morning I wanted to check out this donuts and coffee that we drove by the other day. I just want a donut and some coffee, so let's see how it is.
Yeah, love that. Thank y'all.
Y'all, that donut shop is so cute. It has a really big, nice outdoor patio. But I wanted to bring my stuff back into the van so I can listen to my sports radio. I got two things, which I won't even be able to finish one of them, but I just wanted to try a couple of different items. So I got an old-fashioned cake donut with Fruity Pebbles. I've never had anything like this. I traditionally, on the rare occasion I have a donut, it's just vanilla frosted with sprinkles. I'm super basic. But then I also got the Vortex. It's a cinnamon roll square. They also had them with pecans. I'll probably just have a few bites of it, but I can save it for later. Again, I just wanted to try a couple of different items. And then I got their standard 12-ounce drip coffee. So we'll see how everything tastes. This honestly goes against my intermittent fasting window and against my eating habits, but whatever. Oh God. Oh. Oh my God. No. Yes. Oh. Y'all. That should be illegal. Oh. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be that good. So let's try our Vortex now. Oh, there's so much frosting. Yum. The frosting's the best part. This stuff wasn't cheap. With tip, because I tipped them 15%, they were really nice. The service was really good. I believe it was $12 for this, the donut, and the coffee. But this is quality, y'all. Wow. I just got my shower in here at Planet Fitness. I think this Planet Fitness in Cottonwood is like the busiest locker rooms I've ever seen, which is really weird. But I saw something interesting. There was a girl, to me she looked like a stereotypical van lifer. She had an extension cord going from her locker to a plug that was at like a vanity with a mirror and 2 hair dryers. She was charging her Jackery locked in her locker via extension cord in Planet Fitness. And at first I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, actually that's kind of smart. And I mean, you pay for a Planet Fitness membership, right? I pay for a black membership, so it's like $26 a month. So, I mean, they have outlets there. That's your right to use them, right? So I was like, that's smart. It looks like a big Jackery though. Like, I could see maybe carrying like my small one in, but like this thing was large, and I just don't think I have the balls to just like traipse in there with my Jackery to plug it in. But good for her. You know what? You pay for a membership, whatever. No judgment here, that's for sure. It was actually pretty clever. So I need to go dump trash now. I think that's it. I think I'm good on everything else. And then head back to camp. I want to fill you guys in on kind of what's going on, what my timeline is looking like right now. Today is Monday. I am still in Cottonwood with Sarah and Aaron and Jim. Tomorrow I'm going to head out. Well, firstly, today me and Sarah and Aaron are going to go back into Jerome. We just want to have some drinks together this evening before parting ways until we see each other again, which will likely be soon, at the latest, like this summer. So today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm heading toward the Flagstaff area. I'm going to camp around there just for 2 nights. It's just a little toasty here, and I'm really tired of cleaning up the van because of this ground, and it's just going to get warmer. And since I don't have my shade canopy, I want to get into the pine trees. I have some content and things I need to work on. I also want to spend 2 nights alone just to regroup, especially because I am going to drain my social and physical and mental batteries when I'm in Miami Beach. Despite how much fun it's going to be, I know it's going to be exhausting. So I just want to spend a couple of nights alone, and which is something I need. I always need, time alone on a pretty consistent basis. Then I will go back to the valley, and because I need to get ready to go to Miami Beach, and while I'm in Miami Beach, my van will be in the shop. So when I'm there, I need to like take stuff out of storage. I'm going to take some things out of my van, like including Winston's cremains that I have with me in the van. I don't want him in the van while I'm not in it and while it's being worked on. So that's what's going on. I plan on making a lot of content in Miami Beach. Now, I do want your feedback on that because I'm flying there to visit my sister. And no, sorry, I don't have time to visit anyone. I'm flying there to be with my sister, and that's it. I'm not making any other plans. But let me know like what you want to see, and if you're like really interested, because I'm not going to be in my van, although I am going to be doing a lot. I'll be on the yacht with my sister. We're going to baseball games. I'm going to be on the beach. She lives on Miami Beach. Spend a lot of time doing that, and she does work full time, so during the days, like on Monday and Tuesday of next week, I will just be exploring the area on foot and seeing what I can find. I also wanted to show you guys, so I've had this little thing in my narrow shelf down here for about a year now. So it's traveled with me and Winston to everywhere we've been in the last year. And when I first purchased this at a show, it's from a small business owner here in Arizona, I named it Winter because it's kind of like it reminded me of like a spearmint. So I named it Winter with a Y because Winston's name is spelled with a Y. And I think what I'm going to start doing, and I don't know, this might be kind of childish or whatever, but I don't really care because I miss taking pictures of Winston everywhere. So I might just travel with this little guy and like take pictures of him in places like on the airplane or on the beach or at a brewery or at the Miami Marlins baseball game, you know, just something like that, just to kind of give me something else to take photos of and to do. Especially because this went everywhere with me and Winston, so it's just special and it's small. I can fit in my backpack. I don't know. It might be kind of dumb, but I think it's cute. And I don't even know like what this little guy is. It caught my eye and I love him. So this is Winter, and I have a picture of Winston and Winter together. I just don't really want to go find it right now because seeing pictures of Winston makes me really sad. But he's cute. Oh, I'm so grateful for my fan. I went to the Jerome winery yesterday when we were in town because, as you saw in the video the other day, I went to Vino, Arizona for 2 bottles of the habanero Grenache for my sister because she wanted those. And I also got her this bottle of mead. So that's the 3rd bottle that she requested. I will bring these to Miami this weekend. Ooh, we're gonna get our workout with these stairs, y'all.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh, look who it is. Sarah. Okay, y'all, we are going to the Haunted Hamburger since everyone's been telling us about it. So me and Sarah and Aaron are gonna check it out. Poor Brock has to work.
Sorry, Brock. Bacon.
Should I pull it out and eat it?
Yeah.
Bacon with whipped cream.
Hi.
Prickly pear margarita for me, man. Looks refreshing. We're back from Jerome for the evening. We got lots of temporary neighbors. It seems like every evening at this place, a bunch of people roll in, like for the night. But it is a beautiful evening, so I have the Diamondbacks game on. Just changed my clothes and gonna hunker down and relax. Good morning, my friends. I am in the trees now. I left early this morning because I knew it was going to be warm today in Cottonwood. And we had trailers pull in to camp last night, super, super close. And I was just ready to get out of there, get out of that dust and the sand. It was a bummer because I would have loved to spend 2 more nights with Sarah and Aaron, but I just needed to move on, get into the shade. And it's super quiet around here. There's nobody back here. I saw like 2 vans when I was pulling into the area, but there's like no one back here. So it's not even 11, it's still like 10 something. So I am drinking coffee and then I'm going to get my campsite set up a little bit. I decided I will put out my chair and my rug since I will be here for 2 nights before I head to Miami Beach. I think the high today is 67 and sunny. Yeah, I need just need some time alone to refresh a little bit, especially because I know that my trip to Miami Beach is going to be chaotic. I want to make a couple of notes about Jerome and Cottonwood. Jerome is very difficult to traverse because it's such a super small mountain town with very narrow roads. Do not try and bring an RV in there. You will get stuck. It would be terrible. So only go in like a van or a truck or a regular sized vehicle. It would be insane trying to get around Jerome in any sort of big rig. Jerome is fairly expensive when it comes to food, but that's to be expected in a place like that. I will say that the Haunted Pisano was absolutely delicious, and the prices were fairly reasonable. The pizza place that we went to as a group the other day, and the Tavern Grill in historic Cottonwood was to die for. That was my favorite meal of the weekend. The Haunted Hamburger was good, but I feel like it didn't live up to the hype, and that would be last on my list for places that we ate over the weekend. So those are those notes. Jerome was about 25 minutes from our camp. Historic Cottonwood was like 10 minutes. And there are also a ton of state parks in that area. So if you are looking for a lovely place to camp with hookups, I highly recommend maybe checking out one of the state parks. With all of that being said, we are going to wrap it up. Stay tuned for life at camp footage in the forest, and I will see you guys next time.